Hello and welcome to the weekly download. My name is Tiffany. I am going to be your guide and channel today for this transmission with the guides. If you've been here before, you know that the guides are a collection of energy beings that I work with in order to anchor in divine truth and wisdom. These downloads are meant to be for your highest and greatest good, and they're meant to help you, assist you on your path of discovering who you truly are. As always, with any channeled wisdom, please use your discernment to determine what's perfect for you and leave the rest. I want to introduce this video with a little more background than what I normally give. Something that I am exploring right now is allowing my trust muscles to strengthen, allowing my human design innocence motivation to grow, and plan a little bit less and be in the flow a little bit more. So what that means for today is, instead of me coming to this with a intention and a task for the guides to answer for us, I'm just going to show up. I'm going to show up, I'm going to invite them in, and I'm going to see what they have to say. And I'm sharing this with you today because for me, this is a practice of curiosity and being in the unknown. There is a part of me right now that is a little terrified that I'm going to open up this portal and nothing is going to come through. And I can't tell you how many times I have that fear that I'm going to ask to receive something and it's not going to show up. And I'm sure I'm not alone in that. And every time I connect with my guides, they always have something to say. So I share this with you because sometimes a little dose of humanity is important just as much as the divine wisdom that comes through. So take what you will, as I said, leave the rest, and enjoy. It is with so much love and grace that I call upon the guides. I thank you for joining us today in this portal of divine wisdom, allowing us to receive your guidance, your wisdom, your grace, your illumination, your blessings, your healings, and whatever else is perfect at this time. I trust that this message will land perfectly for each and every person who is open to receive it in the exact right time for them to receive it. I thank you for allowing me to be a clear channel, and for surrounding me and the collective who is receiving this message in a triple shield of protection, allowing our energies to be grounded in the moment that is now, allowing our attention and our focus to be in the present moment, and allowing us to release anything that is ready to be let go at this time. I open to receive your wisdom. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ah, yes, dear child, we appreciate your intention to come with a blank slate. You often come with this intention of, let this be perfect for the people who need to hear it, and perfection is impossible. We appreciate your willingness to experience this with a sense of curiosity and also, as you mentioned, a flex of your trust. For those who are listening, know that it is up to you whether you choose to decide to live in this world with a sense of curiosity and trust as well. We will continue that message, but first we want to pause and offer a blessing. This is a blessing of the mind and of the body, something that we have been working with you on for many sessions. And as always, we continue by a request of your permission. If you would like to receive this blessing, please say yes. At this time, we grace the mind with clarity. The mind that tends to run on the hamster wheel of idea and obsession. We slow the wheel, we release the hamster. We allow the mind to come into perfect harmony and balance with that which is its truth. Allowing it to feel its true nature, aligning the chakras, harmonizing and regulating the nervous system, relaxing and releasing the tension, and sprinkling the fairy dust of divine truth over each and every cell. We would like to take you on a journey. If your eyes are not already closed, you can allow them to drift closed now. We would like you to imagine a path before you that is illuminated by sparkling gold sunlight. We would like you to pause before you take any steps in this direction and just notice the difference between the sparkling gold sunlight and everything else that is around you. Imagine turning your head to the left and to the right, and just notice the variety of the landscape, or the lack. And now we invite you to take a few steps forward on this path. Notice what you feel as you take these steps. Go slow enough that you can feel each cell of your foot coming in contact with the path as you take each step. Notice how it feels on your skin to notice the sunlight and the sparkly divinity that is in contact with you as you take each step on this path. Now we would like you to take a few steps off of this path, out of the sunlight. Notice what you notice as you step off. Just the same as you started on this path, go slow enough that you can feel each cell of your feet coming in contact with the ground. Notice what you feel on your skin and in your body as you step out of this sunlight. Be here for a moment and just take a few breaths. Now we invite you once again to step back into the sunlit path. We know your sensitivities are such that you can feel the difference between being on the sunlit path and off of it. We share this with you today because many of you are wondering, am I doing the right thing? Am I going in the right direction? Am I on my path or am I not? Each time you ask yourself these questions, we invite you to come back and revisit this experience that you just had. You know in your body when you are on your sunlit path and when you are not. You can feel it in your feet, you can feel it in your heart, you can feel it on every inch of your body. There is a very energetic difference between being on your path and being off your path. And this is something that the mind cannot always comprehend, but the body always knows. We share this with you to anchor in the sensation that comes with being on your path and being off your path. We encourage you to use this whenever you have a question as to which way to take. One example of how you may do this is to invite in two different choices and say, allow me to experience what this feels like in my body. And notice, does the sensation in your body resonate with that of being on the sunlit path or not? This is an incredible tool of discernment if you choose to use it, and the more often you use it, the more apparent it will be in every decision that you make. You may not realize it, but there is even a path of walking or grocery store lines or books to read that will be one that is on your path of least resistance and one that is a little murkier. And it's not to say that any path is good or bad. There are just some paths that will be easier. You will have experiences and be supported no matter which way nor which path you take. And yet there are certain experiences that will be golden blessed, and some that will require the soul to experience more contrast and diversity. There will be a time and a space for each. As we close this conversation for today, we ask you to remember that which you know is true. Allow your mind to come into harmony with your own true nature and your self-expression, for this is what you came to be, to experience, to share, and to influence those around you with. Honor your heart, honor your true self, honor your inner child, and do that which you truly love. You will always be loved, you will always be supported, and you will always be blessed, no matter which path you take. With so much love, thank you. If you have chosen to close your eyes, you may start to flutter them back open. We send a deep bow of gratitude to the guides. Thank you for this blessing. I had a really interesting physical experience myself with this idea of being on the path and being off the path. And I would love to hear from you. What was your experience like? What did you feel being on the path and being off the path? So I'll put a couple notes, and I would love for you to share in the comments as well. As always, hope to see you again next week, and until then, I hope all is well. Bye.